2, Scene 1, a hall in Leonato's house. Leonato, Antonio, Hero, and Beatrice meet after dinner.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing, and the other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
In faith, she's too cursed.
Just, if God send me no husband. For the which blessing I'm at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard.
Well, what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, well, I am not for him.
Well, Hero, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, faith. It is my cousin's duty to make courtesy and say, Father, as it please you. But yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow. Or else make another courtesy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
Daughter, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if you do not get wooed in good time. If the prince be too important, tell him there is measure in everything, and so dance out the answer.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
The revelers are entering, brother. Make good room.
In comes the party. Don Pedro, Claudio, Benedick, Balthazar, Don John, Horatio, Margaret, and Ursula all are ready to dance. All put on their masks. No, your other masks.
Lady, will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours for the walk, and especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so, when I please.
And when please you to say so?
When I like your favor. For God defend the lute should be like the case.
Speak low, if you speak love.
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you the better. The hearers may cry amen.
Well, God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
And God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, clerk.
No more words. The clerk is answered.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
At a word, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
I tell you true, I counterfeit him.
You could never do him so ill will, unless you were the very man. Here's his dry hand up and down. You are he, you are he.
At a word, I am not.
Come. Do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to, mum, you are he. Graces will appear, and there's an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you tell me not who you are.
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales? Well, this was Signor Benedick that said so.
Oh, well, what's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
Oh, I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester, a very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do! He'll break but a comparison or two on me, which, peradventure, not marked or not laughed at, strikes him into melancholy.
In every good thing.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I will leave them at that, the next turning.
The dance begins, a spectacular Renaissance waltz. Everyone's dressed in flashy costumes and elegant masks. It's beautiful, but of course, everyone's waltzing 6 feet apart from each other. Anyway, the dance ends and everyone leaves except for Don John, Baraccio, and Claudio, all still masked.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero and hath withdrawn her father to break with him about it. The ladies follow her, and but one visor remains.
And that is Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
Well, how you know he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too, and he swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Don John and Baraccio leave.
Well, thus I answer in the name of Benedict, but hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so the prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore all hearts in love use their own tongues. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent. Farewell, therefore, Hero.
Re-enter Benedict.
Count Claudio?
Yea, the same.
Come! Will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow, about your business, County. What fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck, like a usurer's chain, or under your arm, like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drovier. What did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Claudio tries to hit Benedict.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. 'Twas the boy that stole your meat, and you beat the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
He exits angrily.
Alas, poor hurt fowl. Now will he creep into sedges. Oh, but that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool. Ah! Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Don Pedro re-enters looking for Claudio.
Now, senor, where's the count? Did you see him?
I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the good will of this young lady, and I offered him my company to a willow tree, either to make him a garland as being forsaken, or to bind him abroad as being worthy to be whipped.
To be whipped? What's his fault?
Well, the flat transgression of a schoolboy, who, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it to his companion, and he steals it.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
If their singing answer your saying, by my faith, you say honestly.
The lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman that danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. Come, talk not of her. I would to God some scholar would conjure her. For certainly, while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary. So, indeed, all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Look, here she comes.
Enter Claudio, Beatrice, Hero, and Leonato, continuing the party.
Will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia. Do you any embassage to the pygmies rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy? You have no employment for me?
None, but to desire your good company.
Oh, God. Sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Benedick exits gratefully.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. Marry, once before he won it of me with false dice, therefore your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should prove the mother of fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then, sick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well.
Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and thy fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and then grace say amen to it.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I gave away myself for you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, my lord. I fake it, poor fool. It keeps up the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin?
Good lord for alliance. Thus goes every one to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hi-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I would rather have one of your fathers get him. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands if a maid could come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Unless I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace pardon me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Niece, will you look to those things I told you of?
I cry you mercy, uncle, by your grace's pardon.
Beatrice exits hastily.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There is little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then. For I have heard my daughter say she hath often dreamed of unhappiness, and waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
No, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord, my lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches till love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence a just say night.
I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match if you three will but minister such assistance as shall I give you direction.
My lord, I am for you, though it cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefullest husband that I know. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me, and I will tell you my drift.
Scene 2, the same. Don John and Baraccio meet moments later.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yeah, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure with him.
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the waiting gentlewoman to Hero.
I remember.
I can, at any unreasonable instance of the night, appoint her to look out her lady's chamber window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince, your brother, spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the renowned Claudio, whose estimation do you mightily hold up, to a contaminated stale, such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and kill Leonato. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them, I will endeavor anything.
Go, then. Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and the clown Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero, hear Margaret term me Claudio, and there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance, and all the preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can, I will put it in practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in the accusation, and my cunning shall not shame me.
I will presently go learn their day of marriage.
Scene 3, Leonato's orchard. Benedict is alone on stage.
Boy!
Signor?
In my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the orchard.
I am here already, sir.
I know that, but I would have thee hence and here again. I do wonder much that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and now had he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with those eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it. Till he have made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come in my grace. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Noble, or not I for an angel. And her hair shall be... what color it please God. The prince and Monsieur Love. I will hide me in the arbor.
He hides behind a bush. Don Pedro, Claudio, Leonato enter with Balthazar, guitar in hand.
See you where Benedick hath hid himself?
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again.
Oh, good my lord. Tax not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once.
I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine that's worth the noting.
Why, these are very crotchets that he speaks, crochets that he speaks, notes, forsooth, and nothing.
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever. 1 foot in sea and 1 on shore. To one thing constant never. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny. Sing no more ditties, no, sing no more of dumb so dull and heavy, though the fraud of men was ever so, since summer first was leafy. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey nonny nonny.
By my troth, a good song.
And an ill singer too, my lord.
Ha! No, faith, thou singest well enough for a shift. Marry, dost now hear, Balthasar? I pray thee, get us some excellent music, for tomorrow night we would have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
The best I can, my lord.
Do so. Farewell.
Balthasar leaves, guitar still in hand.
Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today, that your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
Oh, aye, stalk on, the foul sits. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behavior seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
Maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Oh, God, counterfeit? There was never counterfeit of passion come so near the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why, what effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effect, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
Oh, she did indeed.
Has she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and swears she never will. That's her torment.
Oh, 'tis true indeed. So your daughter says, shall I, says she, that I have so often countered him with scorn, write him that I love him?
This says she now when she is beginning to write to him. For she'll be up 20 times a night, and there will she sit in her smock till she have read a sheet of paper. My daughter tells us all.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told of us.
Oh, when she had read it and was reading it over, she found Benedick and Beatrice between the sheet.
That?
Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, cures. Oh, sweet Benedict, God, give me patience.
She doth indeed. My daughter says so.
It were good that Benedict knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it, and torment the poor lady worse.
She's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything. In everything but in loving Benedict.
Oh, I am sorry for her, as I have just cause, being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have daffed all other respects and made her half myself. I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what I will say.
Were it good, think you?
He is a very proper man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness.
Before God, and in my mind very wise.
He doth indeed show some sparks that are like wit.
If he do fear God, I must necessarily keep peace. If he break the peace, he ought to enter into a quarrel with fear and trembling.
Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go see Benedict and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let he wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? The dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let us send her to call him in to dinner.
Don Pedro, Claudio, and Leonato exit smirkingly.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why, it must be requited. They say that she will rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth. And virtuous. 'Tis so. And wise. But for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have so railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? A man may love the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. No, the world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Oh, here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Enter Beatrice, reluctantly.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
Will you take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point and choke a dog withal. You have no stomach, senor. Fare you well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. Well, that's as much to say, any pains that I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity of her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I am a fool. I will go get her picture.